welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I'm working on day number 2 of Scraptember. This is a hop that is hosted annually by the Scrappy Sisters. You can play along on YouTube or Instagram. Today's prompt is favorite supply. And everybody knows I love paper, but my next favorite supply, and the one that I'm going to be using for today, is buttons. And I created a bunch of beautiful sunflowers with dies and some brown buttons in July for my August counterfeit kit. And I am using my August counterfeit kit to complete this layout. So let's talk about what I have here. I have a very old piece of basic gray basics. That's going to be my main background. I have a couple of papers from a paper pad. All 3 of these were in my August kit. This is a fabric type paper. It's kind of got a glossy thing on the back and it feels like fabric on the front. It's really pretty. And this is just a piece of cardstock from the same paper pad. I have a piece of crocheted ribbon. I showed you the flowers. There's several of these on here. I have this, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. I have a yellow doily. I have a set of titles, some die-cut honeycomb pieces, and some little bees that I created from the same die set as the honeycomb pieces. I have some glittery leafy bits. Those are from Rosie's Studio. Some chipboard banner flag pieces, arrow, I don't know what you call those. Set of stickers, those are from My Mind's Eye. And then some Studio Calico tiny hearts, plus a couple of chipboard phrases, and these are from Freckled Fawn. All of this stuff was in my August kit, and I have not put that away yet. I'm still kind of playing around with it as I go. So I'm going to pause this video. We're going to go ahead and get started. I have some mixed media that I want to do, and I'll show that next. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm not going to do any major mixed media. I'm using my dark blue Mr. Huey's spritz, and I'm adding a little bit of water, and I'm going to just use the packaging technique to put basically just ink down the center of this background piece. I really wanted just this additional color to go with the photos that I'm going to be scrapbooking. I don't know if I mentioned, but the photos are from my granddaughter's aunt's wedding, and there is a photo of my granddaughter on the page, so that is partially why I am scrapbooking. I set that aside and I let it dry, and now I am going to cut, I believe, a 1/2 inch off each side. Having a little bit of trouble with my trimmer there. I need to clean the gutter again. Little tiny pieces of paper get cut or caught in that gutter very easily, and so I have to use my little pick to get them out and clean it, and then usually it's fine again. But I'm gonna trim off about a 1/2 inch from 2 sides, a top and a side, and I am not going to create a full mat around it. It's going to be an offset mat. And I have not used this We Are Memories Keeper trimmer very often, and it's abundantly clear as I'm struggling to get it to work for me. But, you know, when you're used to one thing and you switch to another, anyway. So I just, like I said, I just trimmed off a 1/2 inch off one side, a top, and then a side. And normally when I mat something, I will go ahead and gut the paper that's going behind it, but I'm not gutting this one for 2 reasons. And the first reason is because it's fabric based, and I don't know if it's going to fray. And the second reason is because I did that inking on that pattern paper, and as you can see, it's a little bit buckled, and that's just because it's not even a cardstock weight. It's heavier than a thin paper, but it's definitely not cardstock weight, and I wanted that extra weight behind it just to help stabilize my layout. And so this is what I meant by doing an offset background. I'm going to trim off roughly 10 inches. I don't measure it, but of this cardstock or this crocheted ribbon. This is a very, very old Peachy Cheap purchase, and I had like, I think 6 to 8 colors, and I'm only down to 1 or 2 at this point. So I'm going to be using my glue lines. Those are like glue dots, but they're in the form of lines, and I'm going to use those to adhere this down to this background. This, to me, is the best way, fastest way, so I don't have to wait for wet glue to dry to get it down on here. And so I just kind of basically pull it on there, and then I put 4 on there just to make sure that it was on there very well. Now once I get this adhered to my background, I'll be ready to start building the rest of the page. And I know I kind of got the ribbon on there a little bit crooked. I'm going to be putting photos along it, so you're not going to be able to tell that much, and I do fix it a little bit off camera. So now I'm ready to go. I have hand stitched around the framed side of my background. You can kind of see it in the video there. I used a yellow floss and just hand stitched it there. And everybody say hello to Phineas. He definitely likes to come and say hello to you all. Now, I did try to use that little butterfly jar thing, and I just didn't like it, so I pulled it back out because I know that I want to use this sticker here. It's kind of the title piece, and it's bringing in more of the pink, and it has, of course, the yellow in there as well. I got those honeycomb dies on there, die cuts on there, and now I'm just playing with my sunflowers and getting them where I want them to go. This goes together relatively quickly, to be honest. I love these cute little bees that I die cut out of my new Sizzix die set. I got it for free with an order from scrapbook.com back in July, and it was perfect for my August kit with all the bees, but I can tell you those bees are a little bit tedious to put together. You have to have quite a bit of patience for those. So now I'm adding the phrases, and I'm going to go ahead and add some of these little hearts, and I'm adding the yellow ones. I'm not going to use the other colors. I pulled them for this layout for the yellow ones, and honestly, that's what I pulled them for the entire kit, were the yellow ones. Each sheet has 3 rows of yellows. The others are orange, red, and green. Those aren't really the colors that I'm pulling from this kit this month, so, but you know, it's just one of these things that I would like to get used up. I do find these little tiny stickers to be a little bit tedious to put on, but they are just so stinking cute. So I am going to be moving them around a little bit with my tweezers. I guess I'm just not real handy with tweezers. I see people use them all the time to get stuff on their layouts, and I always struggle with that. Maybe it's a left-handed thing. All right, I got this layout done. This layout actually makes me really, really happy. I used quite a bit of the product that I pulled. I did not end up using any of the glittery leaves. I felt like I had enough embellishment on here, and I didn't want to detract from these gorgeous photos. And I didn't mention at the beginning of the video that these photos are actually of my granddaughter, who is this little one here. This is her aunt, Brandy. It's her mom's sister, and it was her wedding day, and so Scarlett was one of 3 of the cute little flower girls, and so I wanted to scrapbook this photo because of that, and I'm pretty happy with the way that this turned out. I do have permission from the bride to use these photos on this video, so no worries there. Please make sure that you check this description box below my video. There is a playlist there, and there'll be a little bit more information about Scraptember down there, as well as some other links and things, so make sure that you check that out. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to click subscribe and like. That helps me grow my channel, and I'm grateful for those of you who do this for me. Without your help, I couldn't grow this channel. I'm so stinking close to 1,000 subscribers right now, and I really hope that a few more of you will click that button down and help me out. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a good week. Bye.